I haven't been in bed with anyone in 4 months.
Really?
It's been 4 months, guys. It's been 4 months. Poor thing. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Queenie, for those who don't know me, reviewing Love Island USA Season 6, Episode 15. Before I get into it, please make sure to like this video, subscribe and hit the bell, and leave a comment down below. Now, I know I like drama and savagery from my reality television. However, the end of this episode, I'm sorry, that was so cruel. I felt like that was really cruel, very humiliating at the least. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that, but we're gonna wait to get there. All right, so Leah and Miguel are now coupled up, and it's as if Connor and Rob never existed.
Yeah, I'm nothing to feel bad for.
It just wasn't there.
I was a little bit scared. I was like, oh my God.
Be serious.
Nah, you are a vibey girl. Like, you made me laugh. It's so easy to talk to.
I'm like permanently blushing
Well,
when I'm
me.
near you, yeah.
You're too good at the kissing.
Shut up.
Now, I'm gonna say something that is probably unexpected coming from me. I ship it. I do. I feel like they would match each other's toxicity in a like weird, endearing way. Hear me out. If you watched Love Island UK season 10, there was a couple, Ty and Ella. Toxic is all get out. But the masses, for the most part, still couldn't help but support them. Like, I don't know, there's just something, you know? I'm also thinking of like Ekansu and Davide. Like, right now, things are going well for Miguel and Leah, but I feel like trouble is on the horizon, and I kind of want to see it happen. That's bad, right? That's bad. I shouldn't have shipped them, but I do. Whatever, beat me. Okay. Janae and Kenny talk about their dating history. This ain't going nowhere, so I'm not even going to waste my time talking about it. She just wants somebody to keep her warm in the bed. I don't blame you, girl, because 4 months. 4 months, Lord. Somebody send help, please. So, Cassidy and Rob. I guess there could be potential. It's just that Rob is so...
Do you want my overalls? You can
Are you
actually
gonna
put them on.
are you gonna strip down right now?
Why did you pick me?
I like the things that you've told me about yourself, like background wise.
You ever been skydiving? You want to? Would you jump? Like, would you jump strap to me?
I'd be scared of the rope stopping.
Me, Connor, and Aaron, we've planned a trip to Vietnam. We're gonna drive across it on motorcycles.
I gotta ask about these damn overalls. Does Rob have like multiple pairs? Does he have 6? Is an overall a pair of overalls? Set of... Does he have a lot of them is my point. Because if he is cycling the same overalls over and over and over and over again, I don't even know why any of the women are looking in his direction. That man is musty. He's gotta be. That's why he jumped in the pool, huh? Let me stop. Anyways, Cassidy was very bored in this conversation. I do not blame her. I feel like Rob is the epitome of intrusive thoughts. He just says whatever comes to mind, whether it makes sense or not. And it's odd to me. But he has some kind of appeal to these women, so okay. Kendall is glad to be chosen by Nicole. I personally feel like there is trouble ahead. Nicole doesn't strike me as somebody who's going to be loyal to Kendall for long. However, Kendall is also easily excited. So Casa Amor is probably going to be hectic for the both of them. I think if I were to place my bets on who would be more chaotic, I would say Nicole. Because I think Nicole is somebody who Kendall would dream to be with, whereas Kendall is somebody who Nicole thinks she should be with. Hopefully you guys are walking with me on that one. Liv and Nigel have a weird conversation for whatever reason. Not for whatever reason. I do understand. Nigel is in his feelings because of Liv's reaction at the dumping, but like, how else did you expect it to go?
It's gonna be tough, I feel.
What's gonna be tough?
Because I feel like you're regretting your decision. The energy right now, like I'm not really sure.
Between everyone or me?
Between you specifically, I understand where you're coming from with the fact that you just sent one of your best friends home. I get that, but I don't want you to feel as if like you made the wrong decision. You know, I definitely feel as if Liv was a bit conflicted about her choice tonight. I wasn't really feeling super, like, good about it.
Don't put that onto me.
I'm not putting it on you.
That is though.
Or at least give me a hug. You can't give me a hug?
I'm not affectionate.
I need Nigel to just pipe down just a little bit, okay? Not that he's yelling, but I'm just like, why are you talking? Sir, you were the lesser of two evils. Let's not act like you were a legit contender for any of these women, let alone Liv. On top of that, even if she didn't have a romantic connection with Connor, Connor has been here for a while. They've built some kind of relationship. It's going to be painful to send him home. But it also didn't make sense to keep him because there is no romantic potential for him here anymore. At least with Nigel, there was the hope of cultivating something in the future. So that's why you stayed. That's why you were kept around. And does he know that Liv was probably his only lifeline here? Like, who else was going to pick? I don't know. I'm just like, Nigel? What are we talking about here? What are we talking about here? I was very confused by this, but okay. I feel like this conversation gave me flashbacks to Hakeem, and I was like, if Nigel is Hakeem incarnate, I would lose my mind. Moving on. In the morning, Kendall makes Nicole some breakfast. He was the only guy who seemed to make breakfast for his girls, so that's interesting. Where was Aaron? Where is Miguel? Like, where are the other guys? I don't know. Liv is still pissed about Nigel's comments. The girls are hyping up Janae and Kenny, and this is when I truly realized these women do not have the best discernment because Kenny, really? They refer to him as her husband. Bye. Like, no, that is not happening. At least I hope it doesn't happen. And then we see Nigel, who is feeling remorseful for his comments the night prior and decides to apologize.
I kind of feel like I was being a little selfish in the moment. I was a lot more concerned with like how I was feeling and not about what you had just done.
Like, obviously your feelings are always valid.
Yeah.
Like, everyone's feelings are valid. It was never my intention or anything to make you feel like it was a second.
Oh, I know you didn't do that on purpose.
I don't know if y'all can hear that baby crying, but that baby is distressed. Can y'all hear? Y'all probably can't. That baby is distressed, honey. I feel you. Life is life, and even for the infants. Anyways, Nigel admits to being in a selfish mindset when he said what he said, and I'm glad that he admitted that. Even Liv is happy. You know, she likes when people own up to their decisions or their statements or whatever. So I'm glad that he said that. She did validate his feelings, but she also said that it's probably not going to be there for her regarding Nigel. Yeah, Nigel, I don't know. I don't know what he thought this was. Like, did you really think you had a connection with Liv? Really? Huh, that's odd if he did. That's really odd if he did. Or maybe I'm just misreading. Okay. Leah and Miguel, they seem to be basically the same person, just a different sex, which is an interesting dynamic to watch. I felt like in the beginning, she and Rob kind of had that dynamic, and we know how that went, so hopefully it'll be a better run. I don't think it will, but we'll keep hope alive. Cassidy and Rob acknowledge that they have a different type of humor, which is probably why the night before, Cassidy just wasn't really gelling with Rob. And again, in this conversation, he just says the weirdest things. Like, he's like, you're a bee because you move around a lot. Then he said something else. And I'm just like, how do these women just sit here and listen to him talk? Like, he doesn't make any sense. He doesn't make any sense. I'm not going to say he's like the most, drop dead gorgeous white man I've ever seen. But like, he's cute. So I'm thinking it's got to be the looks. Because beyond that, what does Rob offer for real? I'm struggling to find what he offers, but these girls like it. Aaron says that he is bad at expressing his feelings, but the last few days he's kind of been on the brink of dropping the L word in some form or fashion to Kaylor.
I always said, like, I really, really like you and I really, really fancy you. I nearly told you 2 things today that I had to hold myself from saying. And I'm not going to say the L word, but there were times where I was just like, I L this about you and I L this about you.
I definitely have love for you and I love who you are as a person.
Yeah.
if Kayler and Rob were placed beside each other and Aaron had to pick who he loved more, I don't think Kayler would be the answer. I think if this guy had to pick who he loved more, he would say Rob. But anyways, let me stop. I guess the friendship runs deep, or something else. I don't know what it is with Aaron and Rob. Moving on. In the evening, Serena tells the girls that she is not giving She's not giving Cordell enough and plans to step it up in the future. Okay. I like that. Because it was a lot of, what can Cordell do for me? What can he do for me? And I'm like, what is Serena doing for him? So at least she's acknowledging that she needs to step it up in that department. Leah and Cassidy talk about Rob, and Cassidy says she's happy that she can be so candid about her feelings, especially considering the drama that Leah had with him. And Leah's like, I promise you, there's no drama with me. It is totally fine. And as long as she believes it, then we'll go with it. In the meantime, Rob has shifted his attention over to Liv. And I'm very confused because in the beginning, when they explored the connection, literally the first day, it was the first day. Was it the first day? It was the first. Yeah, it was the first actual day because they arrived like in the evening time. They went to bed and then Liv came. Regardless, they already discovered that they're incompatible when it comes to like interests, values, and stuff like that. So the only thing that I can think of that Rob would want to explore is maybe a sexual connection, because in the previous episode, remember they showed us Liv in her outfit and all the guys were like gagging. I think that he's sexually attracted to her, but we know that on an intellectual level, on an emotional level, there's nothing there. And then I think to myself as well, if Liv had affection for Rob throughout this entire time, how much did her feelings play a part in the drama that just ended with Leah? Just a thought. I'm not saying she was motivated by anything to say the things that she said to Leah. I'm just thinking. I'm thinking out loud here. Everyone is summoned to the fire pit to get the results of the vote. And the bottom couples are Rob and Cassidy and what's her name now? Leah and Nigel. They get a text that, they get a text that each safe islander has to stand behind the islander that they want to keep. I feel like the producers, you could have done something different. You could have let the couples vote as a couple, because I feel like they were going to vote in tandem. I think it was going to be together. I didn't like this. Not for Cassidy. Good on Cassidy though. She stayed so strong. The girl didn't shed a single tear. We saw her neck get red. Maybe that was embarrassment. Maybe she just has skin irritation. I don't know. But she held firm, and I was so proud of her. All the guys, barring what's his name, Kenny, stood behind Rob, and all the girls stood behind Liv. Now, after that whole dumping was concluded, Cassidy feels a way towards Leah, because she felt like she was a good friend to Leah and Leah should have been supporting her.
Please, Leah. Under me.
Love you, Cass. That was embarrassing as fuck, you guys.
Really?
Not what I was expecting. I felt like I came in here and like had your back.
I love you so much, but it's like I'm literally like wearing Liv's clothes.
Even if I had like one person behind me, it would have made a difference.
Yeah.
She just got back in good with Liv and Kayler. I don't know if she would want to ruffle those feathers again. That was something that I was thinking. I was also thinking, I don't see Leah being a person to want to spare somebody embarrassment. I don't know if that's her, because Cassidy was saying like, I showed you like love, I really thought you were my girl. I treated you kindly. Like, what's the deal? I felt so humiliated standing out there by myself. And I don't know if Leah would have the thought of like, somebody's going to be embarrassed if I don't do this. Let me just do it. I don't know if that's going through her mind. But anyways, I feel like Cassidy held it like Cassidy dealt with it like a champ. She went out, not a tear was shed. Nigel, I mean, all that yapping just for you to leave right after. Anyways, that's it for today. Casa Amor is apparently coming tomorrow. Are they just going to introduce Casa, or are we actually going to get Casa footage? Because don't say it's coming if I don't get to see what actually starts happening in Casa. Thank you very much. All right. So we'll have to stay tuned for that. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one.